let me show you my favorite EDC piece of gear, equipment, whatever you want to call it, that I always have with me and I use every day to get some of my best work done. And here it is in all of its glory, the AirPod 3s. And cut. So I wanted AirPods for the longest time, and for a while I had like a JBL wireless headset, kind of went like over the ear, and like a little cable that goes back here. And those were fun to use. They were connected via Bluetooth, and they played music, videos, whatever I was watching and you know, using them for. It got the job done. But then I stepped it up with the Beats, and there were red ones. They go over your head, big old, you know, ear muffs looking things. Super comfy and also very handy when it's cold outside. But they're still this bulky thing. I use them in the gym or just in general, and they kind of took up a little more space, but they work really well. Except I did notice a few times having connectivity issues with them. They randomly, excuse me, allergies. They would randomly disconnect, have to like reset the connection, forget the device, connect them again. And then even to this day, and I'll add a little clip here, but the material on the earpiece, it's like a soft cushion. It has like a paint on it. Anyway, that paint started to come off, and like it looks like it's chipping, but it's flaking, I guess is the appropriate term. And yeah, so like I need to get those earmuffs replaced for like 20 bucks on Amazon. I can get some new ones. That's something that I did notice aside from the connectivity issue and the price point. For the amount of money paid for those headphones, I shouldn't have had any issues with the earmuffs, the paint on them, and especially not the wireless connectivity. Anyway, some time passed and I wasn't really sure as to whether or not I could validate the expense, getting yet another wireless or Bluetooth headset or headphones, earphones, whatever you want to call them. And I had the iPhone, so I was like, the AirPods would be really, really good. And you're right, I finally gave in to the hype. And let me tell you, these things are the best. And I'll give you my top three. There's probably more than that, but I'll give you my top three reasons why they're the best. Number one is super small and tiny, convenient, easy little package to carry. Put them in your pocket, put them in my jacket here, my back pocket, whatever. Obviously, don't sit on them because there's still a little, you know, piece of technology they can break, but that's number one. Number two, in particular with the AirPod 3s, is the case itself. And I'll show you what I mean. Let me back up a little bit. Okay, so it holds them, right? Protected already. But when you take them out to use them, put them in, and then you take them out, you put them back in, excuse me, it charges it for you. This little case holds charge. You can charge the case with just a magnetic charge or wireless charge, I guess you can call it. You can plug it in here with USB-C lightning port, and it charges the case. So it charges your AirPods while they're in here. So every time you use them, assuming you leave them in there long enough, they're fully charged and ready to go. How convenient is that? And then talking about convenience as well, and just like the ease, how easy they are to use and set up. You take them out of here, like I said, they already have some charge, and you pop it in. The first time it's going to sync up to your device, so in this case my iPhone, right? And you just put yes, it's yours, whatever, connect with Bluetooth, and that's it. You're good to go. They're set up. Bob's your uncle. That's it. They are the cat's meow, the cat's pajamas. Friends, your aunt, whatever it is. I don't know. I'm running out of those sayings. But yeah, that's how easy they are to use. Those are my top three reasons why I love them. But the best benefit I get out of them, aside from being able to listen to music and content, and even use them to make content, when I'm focusing in the zone, even if it's something as simple as exercising or as intricate as learning about software development or making these videos and getting ideas and going through my gratitude journal, doing dishes of the regular stuff and the difficult stuff, if I have these and I'm listening to a podcast or the music, it really helps me to zone in and zone everything else out and focus on what I'm doing. What I've noticed for me in particular, and I'm sure there's a lot more other people that do this too, but music gets me focused. Having my proper setup just keeps me focused and in the zone. But when I have these in, I am dialed in. I'm dialed into the max, whether I'm learning something, creating something, thinking of something, or just physically getting something done. This helps me focus that much more, and it feels more effective. And to explain like how that feels, if anyone watching this goes to the gym, even if you just go every so often, if you've ever gone to the gym and you realize you forgot your headphones, obviously you don't want to hear that music. I really want to listen to the radio in the truck because the commercials are, it's not what I want to listen to. But if you have these and you hit the gym, oh man, it just makes your session that much better. You feel more effective, you feel more energized and stronger and faster, all of it, right? Well, it's the same thing when you're studying or trying to get a task done or you're creating something. If you got headphones on, even if they are the beats, right? You focus, you're dialed in, and you again zone everything out. So you get more done, you're more effective in it, you're more creative with it, you're more focused. And you tap into like a different part of like your creativity, like your strategic thinking, your physical being part, your strength, all of it when you have music playing in your ears at that level, or a podcast even. So that's really like the most or the best benefit I get out of this piece of gear, out of this, I guess, item you can call it, or tech from my EDC that I always have with me. So yeah, AirPods, and particularly AirPod 3s, are my favorite. I highly recommend them if you're looking to buy something that works, connects with no issues, holds charge for a very long time, connects to your devices super easy and conveniently, and again, you get that benefit of getting the music, the podcast, and content straight into your brain, right? And helps you focus and maximize your time and your efforts. It's 100%, this is a recommended piece of gear. Even if you aren't into EDC, even if this is like something you carry in your backpack or your bag, whatever, AirPod 3s is the way to go. Now I know there are different versions of it, from the 1s up into the 3s and the Pros and whatnot. These again are my favorite for that reason. They're tiny, little easy package to carry around. They charge themselves. You don't need to necessarily plug them in all the time. Charge lasts a very long time. The quality sounds really good. You're able to block out a lot of noise from the outside. And then again, it just really helps that you stay focused. The only downside I would say is that because they're so small, you run the risk of losing them if you misplace them, right, because they're so small. But it does have that feature like Find Your Phone. You can find your AirPods, which is super convenient should you happen to leave them somewhere like the gym, school or work, or some, a friend's house. You'll be able to locate them with that. The other thing is, because they're so tiny, they are a little bit like delicate, I would say. Not to the touch. You can grab them and put them in your ear, no problem, and put them away, no problem. But if you happen to drop them just right, similar to that Apple Watch video that I made a few weeks ago, they will crack, or they will break, or they won't work anymore. And obviously these are not water resistant. You put them in water, it's going to sound like everything you listen to, they're brushing their teeth. That would defeat this pretty quickly, and dropping them, like I said. So you can call it a con if you want. It really just depends on how well you do or don't take care of your things, and how mindful you are of that. But other than that, worth the purchase. Even now, if you look them up online, I think they dropped from the original release a few bucks, maybe like $20-30, but they're worth it. You'll get every use that you can imagine out of these. So yeah, definitely worth it. My one recommendation to help these last a little longer and take care of them is the case. Now, if you notice here on the back, the AirPods case that it comes with is white, has a little silver or gold, silver bracket or gray bracket, and on the inside you can see that they are white. The case is an extra case that my wife got me, actually, is to help protect them in case you do drop them. I have dropped these a few times now, and they still work. They aren't broken or damaged, but it does help protect the case. I honestly think if I had dropped these without the case, it'd be all scratched up, which is unaesthetically pleasing, right? But also, it might not be working, considering that I dropped them from at least, let me back out, at least this height. I wasn't throwing them up in the air, but I did drop them from at least this level. And yeah, they still work. I really feel like the case did its job. It's from, I don't know how to pronounce this, ZTO TOP. If you want to take a look there and take a little screenshot or pause it. It's hard to see with the sun glare here. But yeah, so highly recommend the case. Anyway, if that's something that you find interesting with EDC, something that can give you more benefits from just having more gear and tech on you or items with you, AirPod 3s is the way to go. They fit perfectly in your ear. fit them wherever you need, and you're good to go. Connect, zone out, zone in, focus, and just add a little bit of music and podcasts and whatnot, to the way you consume content, the way you make content, because they do have a microphone. I forgot to say that. They do have a built-in microphone. You can answer phone calls and texts and reply with that built-in microphone. And then again, you can hear the texts and phone calls with the audio from the headphones, not just music and podcast content. So figured I should add that in there in case you weren't aware. I'm sure you aren't necessarily living like Patrick, but yeah, you should know that already. Anyway, just figured I'd share because maybe you think I didn't know. And I want you to know that I know that you know that I know now. Anyway, that's it for today's episode or video or content, whatever we're gonna call it. I don't know. I just know I'm having fun making these videos with EDC and gear and tech and all that stuff, and hope you enjoy it too. Get yourself one. I'll put the link in the description below, and yeah. Anyway, peace.